Hey guys, it's Lefforge. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited that you're here today because this is going to be what may end up being a new series, and it's a little bit almost of a game show, and I am calling it Disney World Worth the Splurge, and you're not going to want to miss it. So, as you probably guessed, when we talk about is something worth the splurge, I am talking about additional add-on items that you can pay a little bit of extra money for or a lot of extra money for at Walt Disney World for your family's vacation. Now, granted, of course, you can do an entire Walt Disney World vacation with none of these additional extras. These are all extra money that cost anywhere from $10 to all the way up to $150 or more. But I'm telling you which things I think are worth the splurge. For years, when we took our Disney vacations, they were very much bare bones. We had our hotel, we had our park tickets, and we would eat mostly at quick service dining. Sometimes we would do table service, and that was it. Well, over the years, we've gone so frequently. The kids have wanted to try different things. Scott and I have wanted to try different things. So there have been a few things that we have added on, some of which I felt were worth the splurge, and some of them I didn't. So I've got some sound effects. So exciting, I'm such a big deal now. There are sound effects. So if I think something is worth the splurge, you're gonna hear this. And if I think it's not worth the splurge, you're gonna hear this. So hopefully this will help you as you plan your upcoming trip to Walt Disney World. So let's dig into our first item that we're gonna discuss, and I thought we would go with the most basic of things, which is your actual room. And we're gonna talk about upgraded views. Now, literally every hotel has an upgraded view option. Even the All-Stars and Pop Century has an upgraded option of being closer to the restaurants and things like that. As you move into the moderates, depending on the moderate, there may be an option for an upgrade to be, again, closer to restaurants, or maybe a water view or a garden view. And then as you move up to the deluxes, boy, you've got everything from, you know, a boardwalk view at the boardwalk, water view certainly at Yacht and Beach Club, Savannah view at Animal Kingdom. You've got, you know, theme park view at Magic Kingdom. I mean, there really is no end to the amount of money that you could spend to splurge on your room category. You thought you just had to pick your hotel. No, 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 no. You have to pick your hotel, and then you have to decide if it is worth the splurge for the upgraded view. Now, I will tell you that this does depend on how you tour. For our family, we are in the room to sleep, and we are in the room for an afternoon break, and I am in the room to sit on the balcony and have my coffee if we are fortunate enough to have a balcony. I love doing all of those things with a beautiful view, but I am not always willing to pay the money. Now, the amount of money can vary. You could upgrade to a water view, for example, at Port Orleans French Quarter for as little as $25 or $30 per night. But $25 or $30 a night is still a lot of money. And in the case of Port Orleans French Quarter, you don't even have a balcony. So most of us are gonna have those curtains closed all the time. Now let's switch to a hotel like Animal Kingdom. We have done the Savannah View. I love the Savannah View. The Savannah View can cost you $100, sometimes even $150 more per night for the privilege of having that Savannah View. And the hotel has plenty of viewing areas where you can go out and see the animals. We loved our Savannah View room, but the truth is we just were not in our room enough for me to justify the extra cost. Now, if you were maybe for a honeymoon or something like that, where you're gonna be at the resort more and you want that beautiful view to look out at, maybe I could understand the increase in cost. But for this very first item, upgraded view for your room, is it worth the splurge? That's right, you could probably tell. I'm giving these things away as I go along. I think that an upgraded view is not worth the splurge. When you consider that $25 or $30 a night, that $100 a night, that $150 a night, there are a lot of other things that I would rather put that money towards that I think I would get a lot more value out of in my Walt Disney World vacation. Now keep in mind, this is our family. Your experiences and your opinions may be different than mine, and I am tough. I can handle that, so don't worry about it. So the next thing we're gonna talk about, is it worth the splurge is private transportation. And I'm talking about everything from Magical Express to the buses on Disney property. Those are all, of course, included in the cost of your room, right? I mean, they're technically free, but Scott likes to say included. So you could easily get from the airport, get around the resorts, get to Disney Springs, do all of those things and never pay a dime for transportation. However, for our family, there are some opportunities where we will splurge on private transportation. Things like getting transportation to and from the airport. Magical Express is awesome and I love that it's free and we've used it many times. But a few trips ago, we started using private transportation from the airport. I will put the link below to the company that we love. And I don't think I can ever go back to Magical Express again. It's simply a matter of time. And we save anywhere from 2 to 4 hours on our transportation time by using private transportation. So there is that. There is the luxury of not having to wait in a line, not having to wait for a bus, not sitting on a bus. Because, you know, sometimes with Magical Express, you get on the bus right away and you think, oh, we're going to be there in no time. And then they wait for it to fill up. And sometimes that can be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes that you sit on a bus. For me, there is nothing more frustrating. Another way you can do kind of a splurge with private transportation is by utilizing Uber or Lyft. Now, the minivans, I'm sorry, I think are a huge ripoff. They charge such a premium because it's Disney branded when you can easily do Uber or Lyft safely and easily. My friend Tracy G did a great video all about using Uber at Walt Disney World. I'll put a link to that here and also in the description below. But it is very inexpensive, and especially if you're trying to get to an early morning dining reservation, or maybe it's at the end of a long day and you really don't want to be standing on a bus. I think that anywhere from $10 to $20 within Disney property for Uber or Lyft can be well worth the money. So once again, I feel like I'm giving it away. Do I think that sometimes utilizing private transportation is worth the splurge? Yay, yes, we do think that occasionally using private transportation and absolutely using private transportation to and from Orlando International Airport is worth the splurge. So this last item we're gonna talk about, is it worth the splurge, is something that I get asked a lot, and that is character dining. Of course, when you go to Disney World, you wanna see the characters. Of course, your kids wanna see the characters, but dining can cost a lot of money, right? Character dining can cost you anywhere from $32 all the way up. I think one of them now is 60 some odd dollars for character dining, and that is per person. Now for that, of course, you're getting a meal, typically a very good meal, and you're also getting character interaction that is on usually a little bit better level than what you get if you wait in a line. You know, my saying is always you can save time or you can save money, but you can rarely save both. I think this is a perfect example of that. You could wait in line. I mean, you could get a fast pass, but typically you're still gonna wait a little, even with a fast pass, to meet Mickey Mouse, to meet the princesses, whoever that may be, but you're gonna get a pretty rushed experience. There's gonna be a whole long line of people behind you. The PhotoPass photographers are gonna do the best they can, but it's pretty quick, couple 3 minutes and you're in and out. Compare that to an experience like Garden Grill, and it is not unusual when we've been to Garden Grill for all of those characters, which is Chip and Dale, Mickey, and Pluto, I guess, is at Garden Grill, for them to come around 3 or 4 times and really have good interaction with your family. So even though there's a cost there, now keep in mind, you still have to eat. So the eating part is not going to be free. You're still gonna have to pay money to eat. For our family, the character dining is definitely, wait for it, worth the splurge. Now, do we do it every trip? No. Is it absolutely necessary? No, but especially if you have little children, if they have their heart set on meeting a particular character, I think it's a much less stressful way to enjoy meeting the characters. They come to you, you're not freaking out. Now, a little caveat on that, I much prefer the character dining that is not a buffet, and I'll tell you why. Even though we love Crystal Palace, if you're trying to meet all the characters, the stress of, and Chef Mickey's is this way too, are they coming? Are they coming? Did we miss them? Did we miss the character? That kind of wore me out when the kids were little. So I much prefer the experiences where the characters come to the table and it's a sit-down restaurant. Other than Garden Grill, I'm trying to think of what other experience. I think Ashkershush is like that as well. Put down below if you know what other experiences are like that, where the characters come around to the tables and you're not constantly stressed about the buffet. I think the new Artist Point character experience is that way as well. And it just, it's relaxed, you get to meet the characters, you get amazing one-on-one time, a far better quality experience in my opinion than what you get if you wait in line. And so for sure, we think that character dining is worth the splurge. So again, do you have to do any of these splurges? No. Will you have an amazing magical time at Disney World without any of these extras? Absolutely. But some of them I feel are worth the splurge and some of them not so much. So here's what I need from you guys. I'd like to do this as a series. Please put in the comments below, what things do you want to enter into the new game show, Worth the Splurge? And I will tell you if I've done it. I'm not going to review something I haven't done. Because even for this video, I was thinking about, you know, the spas and the firework dessert parties. There is no end to things that Disney wants to charge you extra money for. So let's explore those things together. Tell me what you're curious about. Put it in the comments below and I will cover it on a future edition of Worth the Splurge. Thanks for being here today. I hope you have a great day. Make sure you subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.